Welcome back everyone, we're doing a quick video today. We're talking about Bittensor, the largest AI crypto asset that we have in the market today. Today what I'm going to tell you is first of all how to buy TAO, because it is a little bit complicated. It's not as easy because it's not listed on any major centralized exchange. And secondly, how to bridge TAO, and that's because sometimes we are going to be buying them on other chains and we might want to get them onto the native Bittensor network. So I'm just going to show you those two things. It's not going to be a long video whatsoever, and perhaps in another video we're going to talk about staking, because I think that's a really interesting part. So anyway, Bittensor, what do you need to do first? The first thing is you need to get yourself a wallet. So if you go to bittensor.com, you'll find that there is a section here on the top called wallet. Basically click this, download it here. It's just a Chrome browser extension, just like MetaMask, Rabi, Kepler, Phantom, just like all of your other chains. It's just another wallet. So I've already just installed it here. It's just a little pop-up like this. Pretty simple and pretty straightforward. Once you've got yourself a wallet, you'll basically be able to open it up. You'll be able to transfer, receive, stake, and things like that. And you'll have your address on the top here. You just need to copy this and send your TAO tokens to this wallet address. Now, the main question is, like, where do you buy TAO from? Well, unfortunately, there's just a limited number of exchanges. Some of you might like to use KuCoin or MEXC, but personally, I'm someone who's predominantly on chain. And so what you can do is you can use one of these exchanges and buy TAO directly there. But what I'm going to show you is basically on chain, like where the liquidity is. So most of it is on Uniswap. You've got a few $1 million of liquidity here. I think you've got like maybe 10 million of TVL for TAO against USDC and wrapped ETH. So you can use that. That's probably where you will want to be buying TAO if you're using any decent amount of size. Interestingly, you will find that wrapped TAO is also available on Arbitrum. But the liquidity here is very low, and so I only recommend using this if you're just playing around with like $100 or something like that. But I think if you're trying to buy like $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, you're better off just waiting for gas to come down. Perhaps sometime when the states are asleep. Often that's when Gwei comes down. You might be able to get yourself a better deal there. So you can go to any aggregator like DeFi Llama, you can buy TAO directly like that. So yeah, look, here you go. I've got 1 ETH, or you could provide like USDC instead if that's what you want to pay with. Let's say if I have 10,000 USDC, again, you can just directly purchase it here. You can use CalSwap as well. In that way, you don't have to pay gas in ETH. You basically pay in TAO tokens instead. I think you may be able to set a limit order as well. So you may be able to get a cheaper price that way. So once you've done this, you've got yourself some wrapped TAO. This isn't native TAO. This is wrapped TAO. That's really important. And I'm going to show you the bridging process as well. Similarly, as I mentioned on Arbitrum, like you can buy a wrapped TAO on the layer 2 Arbitrum. However, because as I mentioned, the liquidity isn't as strong, you've got significantly higher slippage here compared to, let's say, look, 20,000 on ETH mainnet gets you basically 19,930 TAO. But as you can see here, like you're only getting 18,729 TAO compared to 31 TAO. So yeah, there slippage wise, I think if you're buying any reasonable amount of size, aka like over $5,000, definitely do on ETH mainnet. If you're playing around with small chunks, you could, let's say you're playing around with $50 or $100, then maybe you could do it here. Now, as I mentioned, this is wrapped TAO. You might want to get yourself some native TAO, and that's how you can basically get involved with the Bittensor ecosystem and things like staking. So what you can do is you can use a few bridges. So first of all, you've got TAO bridge, which basically just swaps your wrapped TAO from Arbitrum to Ethereum. I mean, we don't really want to do that because ideally most of you are going to be buying it on ETH mainnet. But if you're someone who did decide to buy it on Camelot, then you will have to kind of shift it over to ETH mainnet. So kind of sometimes I guess you could say it defeats the point a little bit because ultimately you will have to pay ETH gas fees. But if you're just someone who just wants to hold it on Arb, you're not too interested, you just want exposure to the price, maybe you just kind of keep it there. And then you go to TAObridge.xyz. This is not affiliated with the Bittensor Foundation, and I think in future we probably need to get better bridges because this is like a manual bridge at the moment. But yeah, you can basically bridge directly from wrapped TAO on ETH mainnet to native TAO in your Bittensor wallet. So essentially, as I mentioned, open up your wallet, copy the address here, paste it in here, simply enter how much you'd like to bridge. You can see that there is a small fee. These withdrawals are processed manually, and so they can take up to 2 business days. That is a bit crazy, in my opinion. And so I think generally the entire process of bridging at the moment is a little bit flawed. Perhaps that's probably why you may want to just buy from a SEX and then simply just withdraw that directly to your Bittensor wallet. Perhaps that might be for you, but either way, I just wanted to show you like the opportunities or like how you can actually do it today. So that's basically how you bridge to the Bittensor network. If you want to bridge the other way around and go to the ETH network, simply click bridge to ETH, and again, click agree. You basically just have to deposit your address by basically sending it to this. You send your Bittensor TAO tokens to this address, and then they'll be bridged directly to your wallet. As it says on screen, the deposits are batched and processed together, and so that basically helps them save on their transaction fees. But yeah, I think the fact that it is manual is just something to be aware of. Please be aware, as I mentioned, bridges, time and time again I've mentioned, bridges are the highest risk thing to do in crypto, but the purpose of this video was just to show you like how you can do it. I don't know how much I do trust these bridges, but you know, these are options for you to available. And then after you've done that, once you've done that, you will be able to see that you'll have some TAO in your wallet, and then I'll be able to show you all of the other cool stuff that you could do, including staking. So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll show you that in the next video.